team of people who started in the mission departments of the Uniting Church in New South Wales ACT and in the Anglican Diocese of Sydney. And key leaders trusted each other and said, our context has changed and we need to stop and think about how to connect with those in our community in whole new ways. And the language was a whole rethinking around missiological ideas, but the very practical ideas of mission in our own backyard. Mission has come home. How do we learn the lessons of cross-cultural mission practices and apply them? And that's where our work started as a team. And so using the national census data to actually map who is my neighbour, who is in my community, has always been a key part of what we do. We also listen carefully to the wider community through surveys. What do they say about their beliefs in God? What do they say about the church, how they trust the church, how they view their connections with the church? The National Church Life Survey was born as a one-year project into the community. But to connect with the community, we need to build healthy churches. We need to have strong churches who can most effectively make those connections. So the Church Life Survey was this idea of going, we hear a lot of things from overseas. There was a lot of church growth literature coming in and lots of things that came out of other contexts. And Australian leaders said, we need to learn from our own churches, our own people in our own context. These are the lessons we need to learn. And so this idea came forward. And I have a document in a file, which is a scrappy piece of paper that my mother, who is also a historian, kept because she knew it was important. And it's a draft letter that went to the Uniting Church Board of Mission to say, let's ask all the other denominations to join us. And this letter was sent out to every denomination in the country, and blow me down, in a couple of months, 19 denominations said, yes, we will do this with you. That was a bit quick for the Catholic Church. So they took a little longer than a couple of months, but 5 years on, when we did the next National Church Life Survey in 1996, the Catholic Church said, we will do a parallel Catholic Church Life Survey. Roll on forward to 2000, and the Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference said, well, you didn't do too bad, let's do it together. And so the Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference joined our two initial sponsors as a key sponsoring group, and we had a full National Church Life Survey. The Orthodox churches are not yet part of the NCLS. That's just sheer practicality. If anybody would like to fund some extra staffing for us, then we will go and talk to the Orthodox Church. We will do the 40 extra translations we need to do. We will do the work to understand their ecclesiology and the adaptations. It's sheerly just lack of resources rather than any other barrier for the Orthodox churches. And that conversation is just starting. So who knows, maybe in 2016 we will add some Orthodox churches as well. So that's part of our story. And in 2010, ACU came and talked to us and said, we understand you are doing research, have been doing it for a long time. Part of our mission is to understand Catholic mission and identity, and you are a group of people who are doing research that is helpful to achieving our goals, and we also want to harvest the research that you're doing. And so having the university involved from 2010 is for us, a maturation as well as an organisation. Firstly, to still exist has been a bit of a surprise, but to have a university involved means that we really are sort of growing and maturing in terms of balancing international, academic, peer-reviewed research with continuing to resource local churches with practical outcomes.